So school is out for the summer, and if you're looking for something to do with the family, there might be a new program for you. Kent County Parks and the Blandford Nature Center teaming up for a series to help you connect with nature. And joining us this morning, Sammy Dine from Blandford Nature Center and Christina Anthony with Kent County. We appreciate your time. Thank you so much for coming in.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, of course. So let's talk about this. This is called Nature Neighbors. What are we going to learn during this program?
Lots of things depending on what you want to learn. So we are offering programs for all ages. This going from ages like 2 all the way up to 92, whatever you want to do. And we're all doing all different kinds of things. So bringing them to the parks. So we have programs related to owls, nature hiking, kayaking, lots of birding options, hiking. We're also bringing some of our animal ambassadors to the park so that people can meet some of our animals that we have at Blandford. So lots of different opportunities.
Yeah, this is a really cool partnership. Talk about how the partnership formed here and, you know, why this is such an important program for our community.
Yeah, well, these are nature-based activities with trained professionals, and they're happening in 6 of our parks, but we hope that this is an introduction to our much larger park system. We have 43 parks. We have over 100 miles of trails that span nearly 8,000 acres right in your backyard.
Yeah.
And so instead of, you know, being on your phone, scrolling and just kind of consuming information that algorithm creates, you know, we have these programs that are designed by trained professionals to engage your kids or just engage all of your senses. You know, you can smell flowers, you can see bees, you can touch flowers. Like, it's just, you can be on a kayak and immersed in a lake. So it's just a nice alternative to get people away from their screens.
Yeah, especially like summertime. We don't want to be inside on the screens. Just get on out there and go hang out with nature.
Yeah, exactly. You touched on this a little bit, Christina, but why is it so important, even just for kids, but even adults? I know the phone thing's kind of an issue too for adults. Why do you think it's super important that they get to be involved with this?
Yeah, because it's just so good for your health to get out in nature and to experience, you know, where you're living. I think that probably Sammy can talk even more about all of those programs and how they can, you know, engage your different senses. Go ahead, like kayaking, birding, owls.
I think to add on to everything you're saying, it's slowing down, right? So I brought one of our little bumblebee backpacks I can kind of show you here. This is one of the programs that we offer for ages 2 to 6. And one of the things is getting these kids outside and getting them used to using tools and figuring out.
Fun.
So each child has a backpack that they kind of bring around, and they have their kind of discovery tools, right? So we got binoculars, if you want to try those out, right?
What's going on here?
Right. We got magnifying glass as well as little bug specimens. But all of these things are kind of adding to that value of getting outside and the magic of what's right in front of you that you don't always notice, right? So doing this with younger kids, but this is also happening with all ages. It's slowing you down and kind of grounding, connecting you to your, you know, local environment.
Yeah, well, so, you know, a lot of people know about the Blandford Nature Center, but this is going to be in several parks across Kent County. Why is that important? You know, obviously bringing that access to more people, right? Can you talk about that?
Yeah, so of course, we are excited about nature at Blandford, but it's not just happening there, right? Nature is all around us. So bringing those educational opportunities and ideas to anywhere people are and helping them understand the value of it is absolutely critical.
So it's already started. You guys have already had a couple of programs, right?
Yep.
And you guys go all the way through September?
Correct.
Okay, tell us about some of the different programs, you know, maybe pick out a couple of things that people might want to go to at home.
Yes, so of course our schedule is on our website as well as the Kent County website, but there's a lot of different things that I think people might find interested in. As I said, we have this bumblebee program. We have a program all related to owls. That's one of the things that Blandford is known for, is our owls, and so getting to know a lot about them. We do the owl pellet dissection as well as part of that program. We have an entry-level kayaking class for those who maybe want to just kind of learn how to get out in the water. That's at Wabasis Lake. Birding programs, hiking. I mean, I can go on. There's a lot.
Yeah. You know, talk about, obviously we've touched on the partnership, but you know, it is important to have those visitors there learning about this, and also learning during the summer has got to be really important for Kent County Parks as well.
Yeah, and we're kind of introducing families to spaces that they can interact with all year long. You know, our park system, there are, you know, maybe a gate's closed here and there, but you can access these parks not just during the summer, but during the fall, the winter time, whenever, right? So this is really just trying to introduce, our residents to this amazing park system that we have, bring these enriching programs into our parks, and really we're just so thankful to the private donors who made this possible. These are low-cost programs between $5 and $15
Wow.
to be able to participate. I mean, think about like how much it costs to take your family to the movies,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
And so this is really an affordable way to connect to nature and to get away from those devices and really engage all your senses.
Honestly, $5 to $15. It's really not
Yeah.
bad. It's, considering everything that we have out there right now that is just so expensive, whether that be gas or groceries or all of
absolutely.
that
For sure.
stuff. So
Yeah, it sounds like fun. So if you really want to take part in this, how is there a registration? Do you have to go online to register or just show up?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a registration form, so you can go to the Blandford website, or our website links to Blandford's website. Very quick, what would you say, maybe a couple of minutes to fill out the form?
Yeah, very, very easy to register. And we do accept walk-ins too, right? So
Okay.
if you're just at the park and you happen to see us, see our van, we're happy to take in people, that are coming and want to engage in the programming.
And remember, it's not just for kids too. Like, this is a great
Yes.
date idea.
Yeah.
We just had a kayaking program at Wabasis, and there was
Yes.
a couple that went on a date.
oh, that's so much fun.
So-
Yes, it was their first time
Like, hold on,
kayaking.
writing that down.
Yeah.
Great ideas.
Yes, because to your point, it's really about fun. It's educational, but it really is meant to be a good time,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's what we're there to provide is, a fun time in the parks and maybe learn a little something along
And
the
you
way.
have somebody else there too. So if it is a first date, you have somebody else to kind of bounce off of,
Right,
just
exactly.
in case it's going
A
awry.
little buffer. We like to call that a
Yes.
buffer.
That's what
right?
we're here for.
Exactly. We're the dating buffer.
Right.
So talk about the locations too, because there are so many Kent County parks. So which park can we look forward to?
We
these being
have
at?
Wabasis, Fallisburg, Millennium Park, Caledonia Lakeside. There's
Townsend Park as well.
Townsend Park.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think just overall, what do you guys hope people take away from these programs? Obviously, these are very niche, type of programs on each day that you're having them,
Yeah.
but they can learn something from each of these, right?
I think a great takeaway is that not only is there a lot to discover, there's a lot to discover in your parks, there's a lot of parks to see, and that nature is magic.
Yeah.
No matter where you are.
All righty. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us this morning.
Yeah,
we really
thank
appreciate
you.
it. We were showing you the website. You can go and take a look at all of the dates there and the locations too on the Blandford website. And it's on Kent County's website too, right?
Yep, we just link back to them.
See,
They did
there
all
you
the
go.
heavy
Don't
lifting.
you just love technology? And so 6 different Kent County parks, and it's running through September. Thank you guys so much again.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for having us.
All right.